Hi, everyone. Welcome to Live with Blaine J, your weekly connection to people, brands, and businesses. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's guest is Dr. Latoya Sivells. She is the founder of Shi'Thel. It is a luxury sunglasses brand that is customizable. She is my Hampton homegirl. Anytime somebody from Hampton wants to come on the show, I'm going to make sure that we have room for them. So let's bring Toya on right now.
Hey, Blaine.
Hi, Toya.
How are you?
I am so good. And if anybody has seen the shows when I have Hampton alumni on, it's always a good time. We always have so much fun. I'm so proud of all of my Hampton people that are just out here winning and creating brands and businesses, but especially Toya, because we met in Hampton. I don't even remember how we met, but we met early in Hampton. I was the sports editor for the school paper. Toya worked for Sports Information. We got all hooked up in the sports world together and have had so many great times. Yes. And have been friends ever since. So I am really, really happy that you are on here. I'm so glad that you can make it. And in that time of us graduating 50 years ago, it feels like it. You have gone on and recently earned your doctorate. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Blaine. Thank you so much. And thanks for having me on your platform. I really appreciate it. I really do.
It's nothing. This is a Hampton alumni hosted show. The guest is Hampton alumni, and it is produced by Rodney Hughes of Hampton, who's a Hampton alumni as well. So HU Blue and White is in the building.
Yes.
We have so much Hampton pride. If you ever hear us talk about Hampton, we had so much Hampton pride. And I'm going to say this again. I've said this before on another show, but for anybody who went to Hampton and did not have a good time, it was you. It wasn't the school that did it. It was you, and you didn't take advantage of what you should have. And I stand by that.
Listen, I had a ball in college. I had a ball at Hampton. I'm like, shoot, put me in a time machine. I would do everything the same way. Like my Hampton days were some of my best days. I wouldn't trade them in for the world. I got to meet some good people like you and Rob, lifelong relationships. So, man, shoot. Shout out to Hampton.
Yes, I would go back in a minute as well. But now we're grown and we've moved on to other things. And you have recently started this sunglasses brand, Shi'Thel. Tell me how you started. I know you've always had an entrepreneurship mind and spirit, but how did you decide to break into sunglasses specifically?
Well, like you said, I always had I always knew I wanted some type of venture. It's always been in my heart, but I never knew what. So by chance, I took an Uber. I was in Miami. I was taking an Uber from Liberty City back to South Beach. And I was talking to my Uber driver. And he was like, well, I'm an engineer by day. And I was like, really? And you're driving Uber? And he was like, yeah, I love people and I love to drive. He was like, when it comes to having another stream of income or another business, it should be something that you also enjoy. If it's going to be a side hustle. And I said, what do I like? What do I enjoy? And I've always been into sunglasses. And so I was like, I'm always going to the store, not really seeing shades that I like, or I like them, but I want to add something here or add something there. So I promised myself, I said, Toya, once you finish your last degree, because I'm done with school forever, you're going to really put your time and money and effort into this thing. So as soon as I finished school, I called my best friend, called my mom and told them what I wanted to do. And my mom actually came up with the name. She was like, why don't you put both of your grandmother's names together to pay homage to them? Her mother's name was Shirley. My dad's mom's name was Thelma. So that's why we got Shi'Thel, S-H-I. I couldn't put it together because if you put it together, excuse my French, is S-H-I-T, So I added an apostrophe in it to break it up. And that's how Shi'Thel was born. And we've been doing very well these past couple of months.
That's an awesome story, especially the name behind it, because I was behind the scenes trying to change the name. I was like, oh, Shi'Thel or whatever. But now that I know the story behind it, it's Shi'Thel and it's going to stay that way. So how did you then go about getting like the sunglasses? I'm sure that you have a vendor or a merchandiser or a warehouse or something that you do. What was the next step that you took? The first thing was, this is what I want to do and I like this, but then you have to put that plan into action. So what happened after that?
I did a lot of research and I connected with someone that is already successful in this lane, in selling customized sunglasses. So I hit her up. I mean, she charged me, which was fine, like a consult fee. And the consulting fee included a whole list of vendors that she used that were able to help her get hard to find sunglasses or sunglasses that were customizable. So I invested in that list and I did my research and I, looked at, the reviews, asked around, how is this wholesale vendor? How is that wholesale vendor? Most of my vendors are in Asia. I only have been able to find one in LA. But the downside to that is, with everything going on in the world, my shipments from Asia, they come in kind of slow. But I found more of the vendors over there will allow you to customize their frames versus the ones I've been able to find from vendors here in the United States.
And what type of customizing do you do? I know that you have the sunglasses there and they're all sold out. Also, you have to say that too. You are sold out since you started.
Sold out. I think I found these right here are technically male sunglasses. They're men's from my first men's collection. I think I have like 2 or 3 left of these, but these could be unisex because I think I'm gonna take a pair when I go to Jamaica because I like them because they're polarized. Customizations, for example, like I got this one right here. I don't know if you could see them. I'm trying to lift it up without. I got the pearls added around here. Or let's say I like these, but I wanted them in tortoise. So can you do these, but can you make it like this? Small customizations like that. I just had a friend reach out to me. She liked the aviators, but she didn't want the lens around it. She wanted them rimless.
Oh.
I got in contact with the vendor and say, hey, can you do something rimless? So he's working on that now. Well, they're working on that now, and they're going to ship them over for her. So little small customizations like that. And then some of them already come ready made, like this, like these right here, like these plain pieces, like these already come ready made. And I'm starting to just like put my logo on them. Shi'Thel, Shi'Thel, Shi'Thel. I had little personalized cases and everything too. It was cute, but I sold out of those too. When I sold out of the cases. So I'm reing up everything. So just keep, tuned to my website and you'll, see everything as it comes back in stock.
Being sold out is awesome. There's nothing wrong with being sold out. That means that everybody is loving what you're doing, and what you are doing is awesome. Because when you said the rimless aviators, I was like, that's a really good idea. I don't think I would have thought to take the rim off of them. Yes, so yes. Are you thinking of the designs, or are people kind of coming to you and then you're just meeting their needs?
Right now, since I'm just starting, people have been coming to me and be like, hey, Toya, I like this, but I like it without that. Or I like this, but can you get it to have that? But actually today, in preparation to be on here, I was like, I have a lot of designs in my brain. So now my next set of research is finding someone that can actually make what I put down on paper or what I etch out on the computer into a reality. That's my next goal.
So it sounds like you're gonna possibly have your own line.
Yes, that is the ultimate goal, where it's strictly my own line, my own brand, my own line, and it's my designs instead of me using somebody else's base and getting it customized.
So if you had to think about what does Latoya sunglasses look like? I'm trying to think, because sunglasses are so specific sometimes depending on how your face is shaped. Some people like really huge ones, some people like little small ones. So if you had to think of what a Latoya sunglasses line would be, let's just say one pair of sunglasses, what do you think that looks like?
All of them are probably, it's going to be twofold because I feel like there's two sides of me. Like there are days where I'm extra. I like to be over the top. So I'm going to have these babies right here with the big bling, with the big pearls. But then some days, I like to be nice, but relaxed. And I feel like you never can go wrong with an aviator that has a ombre lens like this one. Like it's simple, but the lens has all like, the different colors and everything. So I would say a Shi'Thel or a Shi'Thel sunglass typically would be simple, but over the top. Simple and over the top. For both types of girls. That simple girl and it's for that over the top girl, because I represent both of those types of women. I go from one extreme to, you know that, Blaine. I go from one extreme to the next. So my sunglasses, my line represents both facets of my personality.
I think you summed it up really well. There's two sides. Sometimes you feel like you want some big sunglasses, you want to be Hollywood, and sometimes you just want to kind of be lay low, regular. So I think that line sounds really awesome. You have to do something with Hampton. I was thinking that too, like some blue and white sunglasses or something. That would be kind of cool.
That'll be my next project, and I'll call them the BLAYNEs.
You could, but it has to be Hampton specific. It has to be like blue and white has to be Hampton. If you did BLAYNE sunglasses, I'm trying to think. The pearls I'm loving, but I'm with you. Sometimes I want to be over the top, and a lot of times I'm just like, oh, is this too much? Am I doing too much with these like big sunglasses? So I tend to get something a little more simpler. So I'd have to think about what those look like.
Okay, well, let me know.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the rimless aviators now that you said it. That's kind of sticking in my head. But someone else did that, so I don't want to bite off of them. So I'm gonna have to think about it.
Okay, let me know. And I'm gonna work on that Hampton sunglass for homecoming in October. Pending, even if we're in person or virtual, I'll work on a Hampton homecoming special. I think you should.
I think you should, and you could be like a vendor there. So now that you throwing out all the ideas, everything, okay? We're gonna talk offline about it.
Okay.
But now that you have this business, I know you have your regular day job, but you do have this business and it's new, but it sounds like it's flourishing and it's going really well. So where do you kind of see this going as time goes on? Do you see yourself vending at different places like we just talked about Hampton, or do you see yourself kind of being more exclusive where people have to kind of contact you and be like, listen, if I want these sunglasses, I can only go to Toya. I know that's the only person that's going to do it for me. Or do you want to kind of make it available for everyone?
I want to make it available for everyone, but I want to get into vending and maybe being housed in boutiques. Ironically, yesterday, when I went to get my hair braided, the braider liked the pearl ones. And she was like, where do you get them? I was like, well, I sell them. And she said, because I go to her office, she said, why didn't you tell me, you had your own, business? And I was like, oh, well, it kind of just started within the last couple of months. And she was like, well, free of charge, bring some of your glasses, some of your frames into my shop. Because she also sells clothes and bags. She said, but I don't have sunglasses. She was like, free of charge. I won't charge you a fee. And I'll make sure that you get your money. Just leave your card and everything and come in once a week and, restock everything and collect your money. And I was like, okay, I'm ordering my little showcase and I'm gonna put it in her store. Then I been looking into vending opportunities within the area. I've been sending out emails. So far, just one in July that I'm going to be doing. I'm waiting to get confirmation, but I think it's pretty much going to be a sure thing. So I want to continue to do online, continue to do the customizations, but I also want to vend as well. So anybody out there, if you have a bazaar or something coming up, let me know. Shi'Thel will be out there with her sunglasses. Just let me know.
And you ship online too. So if they see something and you don't have it, when it comes back in stock, you will get it to them.
And sign up for my newsletter on the website. You can sign up and know when everything is back in stock. So, and it will be back in stock. So everything will be back in stock very soon.
Right for the summer heat, because it's getting hot and everybody's going to need their sunglasses. So perfect timing is perfect timing. And something like, people sometimes know you for one thing, like we were joking behind the scenes about how we know each other from Hampton and, working in sports information and stuff. Were you kind of nervous to come out with this because people don't know you to be selling glasses and kind of selling what you love, really? Were you a little bit nervous to do this, or were you kind of just like, I got this, it's going to work?
I was nervous only because this is actually my second business. I have a copywriting, public relations business too, that I do undercover, kind of like word of mouth that's growing like underground. And even with that, people be like, you do websites? And I'm like, yeah, I did sports information. So I saw the reaction I got with that. So I was like, I was like afraid it wouldn't be well received, Or, people would be like, well, why would I buy your glasses for 2 for $20 when I can go to Walmart, and get the same price? Like, what makes your sunglasses different from what I can get at a Walmart or Forever 21, or places where you can get your bargain sunglasses? So I was worried about that. And you're correct. I was worried that people knew me for one thing and kind of take it as, well, does she know what she's doing? Where is she getting these glasses from? Is she going to Walmart and putting a sticker on and reselling them? So I did think about all those things, but right now, we're both approaching, we both of a certain age. It's YOLO.
We are.
You only live life once. We've been out of school, as you said, for 50 years now. This makes me happy. I make my little coins on the side. So if you can buy them, thank you. If not, it's always going to be somebody that needs some, sunglasses that I want to buy from me. So
I would rather get it from you than Walmart. I have yet to see really cute sunglasses at Walmart. Maybe I'm just not looking. I have no idea, but I would get yours way before I would get Walmart. And I think also it's important for us to support each other. And I think like Walmart they don't need my money. They don't need your money, because there's going to be 10 other people that come in behind us and buy the whole place up. But I think what's so great about your glasses, like you said, is if somebody's kind of like, I'm feeling fancy and this is what I want, or I'm not feeling fancy, or maybe let me try these big ones and let me add some pearls or something. That's really the value, I think, is somebody can come to you and say, this is the look I want. And then you go out and find it down to the tint color that they want, the type of rim. And so you really work with your customers, and your glasses are really for the people. They're really for everyone.
They are. They're for everyone. I've sold to all different ages, all different women, different ethnicities, different professions. I try to find a different style, shape. I have it for every type of woman, no matter what your style is, whether you're outlandish like I am at times, or if you just like a little simple aviator. I have it all. If I don't have it, let me know and I'll find it and I'll get it.
That's that hustle mentality. Like, let me know, I will make it happen. Don't even ask twice. So yes, support Black biz. Yes, Black Girl Magic. Definitely. I'm sorry, I'm reading in the comments below. Okay. Something else that I want to ask you, for anybody else that's watching and that's kind of thinking, I have an idea in my head, I have something that I want to do, but I'm nervous or I don't know how to start. What advice would you give to them? What would you say to somebody that's like, I have this great idea, but I don't even know where to begin? Because it sounds like for you, you had the idea, you have the support, and then you just put it into action. And some people just don't tend to do that. So what would you say? And we had a bunch of mentees in Hampton, so this is like a question that we would have probably posed to our mentees or something.
Yes. Anybody who knows me, my catchphrase is go for it. So I'm going to tell you, if you have something in your heart, go for it. And if you're not sure how to start or where to begin, research and see if there's someone that has done it before you. And don't be afraid to be like, hey, can you show me how you got into XYZ business? Or let's say if it's a new idea and nobody's ever done it before, still go for it. But do your research and find out what steps you need to take in order to make your dream a reality. Because time is not waiting for anyone. Money out here to be made. I'm just all about, if that's what makes you happy and if that's in your heart, just go for it. Do it. Find you a mentor. Like I did. I reached out to the young lady. She told me how to do everything from shipping, everything, and even Rod. I reached out to Rod and I said, hey, because he's had a side business since college. Like,
in the dorm room. In the dorm room, he was making shirts.
So I reached out to him and said, this is what I'm trying to do. And he was like, make sure you do A, B, C, and D. Don't be afraid to ask. And then don't think that, the whatever category you're in, it might be too many people. If I would have thought that there were too many people selling sunglasses, I wouldn't have done it. There's enough eyes out here for everybody. So,
the sun is everywhere. Okay. The sun is everywhere, no matter where you are. You need glasses.
Yeah. So just go for it. Just go ahead on and do it. Just do it.
I think that's awesome advice. And I hope that somebody that sees this decides that they're just going to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, just go for it. Like, time waits on no man. If you got a shop or an idea or, a product in your spirit and you want to start your own business, do it. Go
Mm-hmm.
for it. And if it costs a lot of money, save your stimulus check, save your money. Being real, put your coins to the side and do what you need to do.
Invest your stimulus check and try to have some more money come out of it, and then just like
right,
mm-hmm,
invest
and
your
then take
stimulus
it.
check. I mean, you probably spend $100 a week eating out anyway. Don't eat out.
Right.
I'm not gonna eat out this month. I'm gonna cook, eat me some top ramen, and I'm gonna invest in this.
Top ramen. That takes me back to Hampton, because I remember people having cases and cases of ramen because the cafeteria would be closed. We were broke college students, a lot of us. So like you said, like I ordered but so much pizza, and then I was like, I don't have any more money for the rest of the month. So it was just ramen. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Boil that water and add it.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So just do it. Put your money to the side and do it.
That is so great. That is really, really great advice. And I hope that somebody that sees this decides to take note and go for what they want. There's enough grass to cut for everybody. That's the comment that's up there. And that is absolutely true. There's enough out here for everybody to win. Mm-hmm. So that is very, very true. So I want to thank you for saying that, and hope somebody that sees it understands. Yeah. And also, speaking of Hampton, am I allowed to say the nomination? I don't. Okay, so we're going to move along with that. But is there anything else in store that you want to let us know? It's funny. I'm going to wrap it up in a couple minutes, because I didn't know that there was this versus happening tonight that Toya put me onto, and she's like, "What time are we going to be done? Because we got to watch this versus." And I'm like, "Who's on versus tonight?"
It's Bobby Brown.
It's going to be a good versus. They're going to be tired within the first couple minutes. Yeah. Bobby's going to need to sit down, but it's going to be a good versus. So I'm not going to keep you all night. But is there anything else you want to share? Anything next for your brand? Anything next aside from this? Any other businesses that you're thinking about starting that you want to share?
Just two things. One, I also build websites. So if anybody out there is ready to expand their brand, I do websites and I do copywriting. And also I'm the vice president of the Virginia Advisory Council on Military Education. And we have a scholarship fund, and it's for military affiliated students. So their wives, their children, and for disabled veterans. And we provide them with $1,000 scholarships to go towards their tuition. And it's strictly done off of donations. And so far, every year we award anywhere between 10 to 20 scholarships. So we do pretty well. So I wanted to put that out there. Is at www.vaacme.org, and just click on scholarships, or you can reach out to me and I can give you the information. Just kind of giving back, because as you know, BLAYNE, in school, my dad was active duty military, military brat, and so I was a military brat and I was in school, helping out my mom. So it's kind of like near and dear to my heart. So that's why, I put the work in that area as well. So if you want to help us out, again, that's www.vaacme.org.
Send me the information, and I'm going to put it on Instagram when I do like the thank you post and everything, and I'll share that with everyone. But I just want to say that what you're saying is so true, because like I mentioned in the beginning, for anybody that didn't tune in right away, Toya and I met in Hampton, and I don't remember exactly when we met, but I just know that when we did, I was the sports editor and I needed whatever. And you were like, "Oh, do you know about sports information? Like, let's go." And you introduced me effortlessly to this world of sports information and put me in touch with people. And if anybody knows me, I'm really big on women helping women. And you have had that whole spirit about you for a very long time of, hey, you need something, let me put you onto it. And I joked about mentees, but you had a bunch of little sisters and a bunch of people that were coming up under you that you were guiding and mentoring and just really showing the way, showing them anything that they wanted to know. And you've always been so open. So I'm really happy for you. I'm happy that you are out here winning. And I'm sure that all the little sisters that came under you, which are all grown women now, I hope that they learned, because I got to learn a lot from you, and I got to be exposed to a lot. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing as a sports editor. I only took the job because that was the only position available. It's not even that I was into sports. So
I did not know that. I did not know that.
It was the only one available. I was horrible at first. I didn't understand anything about football. And then working with you in sports information gave me access to people, and it gave me access to like even past stats and one-on-one, you know, meetings with players and coaches and different things. And so that opens up a whole nother world. And then I figured out sports from there. Then I wound up getting a job at a newspaper in sports and different things. So it wound up working out. But it was really because you could have just been like, all right, you need something, office is that way, go right ahead. You were kind of like, let me hold your hand and guide you through all this. And we were able to form a friendship from there. So I want to thank you for that and everything that you said. I just am basically giving a testimony that what you said about you going for it and people going for it, you do that. You've been doing that for decades at this point.
Oh, thanks, Blaine. And thank you again. You're doing the darn thing up here on at Blaine J on Real Ish Radio. I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy for your platform. It's just growing and growing and growing and growing. And I'm just taking a back seat and watching you take off and grow. I can't wait to come to New York and see you in October.
Yes, we have to.
But I don't know about seeing Wendy Williams anymore because she's cutting up in these streets. So
I saw something recently, but I don't know why that means we can't get tickets. We can see her cut up live. I think we should just do it. Okay.
We still gonna go and get ready to be in there. Our oohs and ahs, girl, because I know she's gonna bring the craziness, and we're gonna have our customized mask because Rodney, who we've mentioned a couple of times, who's a Hampton alumni, producer of the show. I know Rodney because I was working with sports. He was a former basketball player at Hampton, and Toya worked in sports, so we all know each other. So it's really awesome that we are all here doing this. But we'll have him. We'll figure out what kind of mask we want. We'll have our customizable sunglasses. I think your dad said dinner's on him. He's got dinner, so that's great. So we're all gonna do it. Your dad is welcome to come too. Everybody can come. Okay. He'll probably be down there a lot anyway. He's the plug. So
that's all good. Well, before we get off, so that we can get ready for verses, is there anybody that you want to thank? Anything that you want to say? Your shout outs, thank yous. Now is the time to go ahead and do it.
I want to shout out you, Blaine, and I want to shout out Rod. Thank you so much. I want to shout out my parents who are watching, and my sister Sharina. Y'all know Sharina from Hampton, and my brothers and my little niece Sydney, and everybody that's watching. Please keep the Sivells family in prayer. I just lost my youngest cousin suddenly, so please keep my family. Not to make it somber, but my uncle needs all the prayer he can get right now. So everybody that's watching, if you can, just keep the Sivells family in prayer going into this week. And so I want to shout out my uncle and everybody, just keep him in prayer during this time. So yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's not somber, it's real life. And so I'm sorry to hear that. And we are going to keep him in prayer and your whole family. And if there's anything if they have any donations or something happening, please let me know. And I'm happy to put it on my Instagram as well.
Okay. Thank you, Blaine.
Yeah, not a problem. Well, I just want to give you, again, a very big thank you. I'm so happy for what you're doing. When you get everything back in stock, by then I would have figured out the kind of sunglasses that I want. Let me know if you do children's sunglasses too. I know.
I do.
Oh, you do? You should have talked about that. Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, darn, I forgot. Yeah, I do the kids too. I have kids sunglasses too.
Okay. So I will hit you up for all of that then. So thank you so much for being here. And as always, again, big shout out to Rodney, because I was doing these interviews on Instagram. He came on one of my lives to talk about Realish Radio that he started. And the whole time he was like Suge Knighting me. He was like, yo, come over to Death Row. Come over. You want to be with the producers dancing in your Instagram stuff? Like, come over here. And so I was kind of like, okay, I guess, like, I'm scared. So big shout out to Rodney for bringing me over to Realish Radio and helping to create an even bigger platform, because this live is streamed on Facebook, YouTube, and app. And then he turns it into a podcast that's available on most digital streaming platforms. If anybody wants to download it, it's going to be available in several different places. So big shout out to Rodney. And as always, I'm going to say it again. I started out like this. I'm going to end like this. Shout out to Hampton, because Hampton produced all three of us. Love our HU, and HU produces some really amazing people. And like you said already, it also has created such lifelong friends, such lifelong memories. I went a while without speaking to you, and Rodney was like, for no reason, I want to put that out there. Just lost touch. And then Rodney's like, you should have Latoya on. Do you know her? And I was insulted. I'm like, do I know her? Are you serious right now?
Yes, so, serious? I know he's watching in the background. Come on, bro.
I was like, yeah, I know her. That's my girl. Give me her number. And we got on the phone to talk about the live. Nothing was talked about with the live. We spent the whole time catching up. We have like 5 more conversations to go through to be fully caught up. So I just want to give a shout out to Hampton University for creating awesome people and these lifelong friendships that we have all been able to partake in. So thank you, Toya. Thank you, Roddy. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Shout out to your parents. Your parents have always been so supportive from the time we were in Hampton. Your whole family is always so supportive.
Yes. I love them.
Yes, they are awesome. So big shout out to them. I'll have all the information where people can get your sunglasses, but it's on the screen right now. And can you just tell us your Instagram again?
My Instagram is at Shaded by Toya, Shaded BYTOYA on Instagram.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toya. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Toya, just hold on a second, because Rodney is going to kind of take us out. We do a quick talk back at the end, and everybody else, I will see you. We're gonna be finished before versus. Don't worry. I'm looking at the clock.
Good.
Yeah,
it's not going to start on time anyway.
But sometimes the DJs are good. Sometimes they start playing the music. They get you in the party kind of atmosphere move. Although Keith Sweat isn't really party, but you know,
right? He's whining. But
he's whining, but it's the whine that you just love to hear.
Yes, that's correct. That is correct.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and I will see you later.